Do you know this love thing can be very tricky, eh?
Tell me about it.
Hey, God. There is this woman back in Nigeria then. She was my neighbor. The man will beat her, saute, one time tell her to just kneel down, carry bench up for like an hour. I'd be like, what kind of wahala is? I said then I was still in secondary school. I'd be like, is this what marriage is all about?
A wife or a maid?
A wife.
Wife.
Yes, a wife. It's that crazy.
She has no family?
She does, but I mean, I don't know their arrangements. I don't know what their family life is, but I'm just telling you based on what we see, right?
Okay.
And people can't really interfere because the man has anger issues. Do you understand? So we tend to just mind our business, which is really, really bad. Sometimes there is just need for intervention regarding certain things like this. It got to an extent that this woman started drinking. She started losing a lot of weight. I'm like, if you see before when they first got married, very beautiful woman, tall.
You have no kids?
They have kids. The kids were young. What can they do? If you talk one, you collect those bad slap.
Come on, man.
What are you gonna do? Like, this man basically, I feel like all those things these kids would
Then
even be
simple.
seeing would start affecting them.
Walk away. It's simple. Walk away.
Do you know this woman actually lost her spine? That she sat on a wheelchair. She started like she could not walk. Because at the end of the day, she started falling sick. Because, you know, when you beat a woman, because, you know, as women, a lot of things go on in our bodies normally. Aside from, you know, like, is it menstrual period? Is it the pain of childbearing? All those things weigh so much
Yeah,
on us.
but why would you stay in marriage like that? Now, come, talk to me. Do you really think love is enough for marriage?
Well, apparently, I mean, love is not a two-way thing, right? I don't even know how to describe it. It can be very complicated. Love is not enough in a marriage. I'd say that. It is not enough to keep a marriage going.
Okay. The thing is, do you think you can still be in love or can fall out of love and be in marriage?
Well, yes. Most people do it.
Okay. You believe that?
Yeah, I believe people do it. They fall out of love and they stay in that particular marriage
And
for several reasons.
For what reason would they stay there?
Okay, I'll give you several instances. Number one, for their kids.
Come on, man. Look, the kids are there.
I know.
So why would you fall out of love and still be in marriage in the same house? How?
Because they want to be there
Then,
to take care of their kids. They
from-
cannot stand his stepmother
From
taking care of
husband
their
and wife
kids.
to roommate?
Well,
Then walk away.
c'est la vie.
I will simply walk away.
Well,
I'll have my peace
okay.
when I'm no longer there. I know I have my kids. Then at least I'm free. I don't have to pretend. So you can keep the kids. I'll come see the kids, do what I have to do, but at least I give you time to do what you have to do. If I'm no longer in love with you, why am I still in the house with you?
Okay. You know, I'm not disagreeing with you. But you're talking in a perspective of you being in a country where their system actually works.
Okay.
If you're in a country like North America, you know that you can always walk away and certain things would still be in your favor. But if you're in a country like Nigeria or most African countries, the laws are mostly against women or they don't even care about women.
Yeah,
You
but
should know that.
yeah, I understand. But at the end of the day, this goes both ways.
Is it the same? You would see men throwing their wives' things out. Get out of my house! Get out of my house!
Okay.
Can that happen in this country?
But the question is, what if it's the woman that fell out of love? What happened?
If the woman falls out of love, some don't even want to leave because of their kids. They cannot stand it when another woman takes over their house to take care of their kids because, trust me, some stepmothers are wicked.
I understand that, but that's mental torture. How can you be there Okay, what would you be doing in the marriage? You have no husband anymore. Let's, for example, you fall out of love. So, do you still have a husband?
No, you don't have a husband.
But you live
They believe
with.
they have their kids. To
Okay.
fall in love with
So
you.
you can live by yourself and still have your kids there.
No,
You
not
don't
in all
have to.
cases.
'Cause-
Like I'm saying, like I said before, in a country like Nigeria, some family members will not even let you live with your kids. They will tell you, oh, na man get pikin, oh, you are not living with none of these kids. You are not going away. So, which mother would want to leave her kids?
But in that situation, what would the woman do? What is she supposed to do?
Nothing. She's stuck. And then the man will go out, start living his life, come home, act like the woman doesn't exist. That is the reality of marriages.
All right. No, let's put it this way. You see, the way
Oh, let me not say marriages, most marriages.
the way you're saying it right now, look as if the man is the bad one. The man. Hold on. What if the woman fought out of love
Okay.
and the man is still in love?
With the woman.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then it's left to the man to decide what he wants to do.
How do you mean?
Well, sit your woman down, babe. What do we do? What would you do if you're in that situation?
Well, that's what I'm living.
You're living
Yeah.
if the woman falls out out
But if
of
she
love.
tells me she fall out of love, why would I be there punishing myself? Okay,
Okay.
were you supposed to be begging for love?
No,
It's
you don't
mutual,
have
right?
to.
You don't have to beg for love. So in that situation, if I know you are no longer in love with me, what am I still doing there?
So you would take it bow, you leave.
I'll,
Right?
honestly, I'll give you your peace because me still staying there,
100%.
I'm torturing
Like,
you.
I'm not even
I know you
against
need
that.
your space. Definitely, you're gonna go outside and do whatever shit you want to do.
wants,
Come back home and feel like, oh yeah, I'm free. When you know you live with a man, why would I take that? I'll leave. I just simply have to leave.
I agree with you.
So I
100%.
think it should be the same with women. That's why it's good for you to always empower yourself. 'Cause-
Look, it cannot be the same. You know why it cannot be the same with women? Because women feel more connection with their kids. I'm gonna tell you 100%.
that's true.
So you cannot expect me to just leave the house when I'm not even sure of who is gonna come in the house next. If the person will be able to take care of my kids, and some will not just live like that, because at the end of the day they built this life together.
So you would rather stay in the house with a man and go outside, do your thing, come back home and live your life, and that's how.
I'm telling you, that is what most women do. That's how most people live now. Most men, look, I've had men speak to me and they be like, you know what? I don't know if they are lying or, like, I can only believe what you tell me, right? I cannot put a private investigator in your house, right? I'm speaking from what I've heard, right? That, you know what? I'm just basically living in my house right now. I don't have any more connection with my wife. I'm like, you want me to believe that, right? If you're not feeling connection with your wife, why are you guys still together? But they tell me they are staying there for their kids. So it's not just for women. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And most of them also tell me, you know what, it's just cheaper than divorce these days because divorce is so expensive. They'd rather just coexist.
Again, okay, no, when you talk about divorce being expensive, we're talking about the Western world or Nigeria?
Talking about the Western world.
Okay, so two different things because right here, even if you are no longer in love, you can just leave as a man, and the women also leave with the kids.
Yeah, that can happen.
Here, the women live with the kids, so that's fine.
Yeah, but
Although
you
the women
still
don't
have to
actually leave.
divorce because if you build your life together, you guys have to probably split whatever you guys have in half, or the woman taking most of the property.
Yeah, but I still think when one party is no longer in love, there has to be a communication.
Of course.
But the
absolutely.
body language, the behavior. I've had someone say my husband hasn't touched me for like
That's
2
ridiculous.
years.
That cannot be me or more.
No, it's not about that cannot be you. What would you do? He
you will
doesn't
not.
want
You will
to.
not touch me.
But he doesn't want to. You're gonna force him?
I'll be. Well, you married me from my mama house.
So, but the thing
You will.
is,
You will.
no.
You don't have any
But
choice.
it's true because when you fall out of love, that attraction is no longer there.
I know.
So even your wife is like a sister to you, or another man to you. Let's put it that way. So she said that 2 years, but they live in the same house. Why would you torture yourself?
Well,
Because I
it's
don't
a lot
understand
of
how people
torture.
torture themselves like that.
I know. It's
So,
a lot of torture.
which is really crazy because to me, I believe we should just have a conversation, talk about it. Okay, why are we no longer in love, or what's going on? What should
Yeah,
we do about it?
that's where
Let's talk. But
communication
the
comes
thing
in.
is, no, yes, but somehow, when this time, especially the thing is this, right? When men cheat, they still hang around very well. When women start cheating, they are even. They, okay, let's put it this way. When women cheat,
It is women matter than your middle name.
no.
When women cheat, when
The truth is
women
this:
cheat. Oh
when
yeah,
women
continue.
cheat, they are easily attached to whosoever they're cheating with,
100%. I
and then
agree.
you start saying this whole,
But
okay, I
men
don't
does
love you
not have
anymore. I don't love you
monopoly of
anymore.
cheating now.
But men can cheat and still be around as much as you want them. But women are not like that.
But that doesn't mean cheating is good.
I never said cheating was good.
So
I'm trying to
what are
say
you
that
trying to get at?
what women, what when it comes to I'm no longer in love with you, okay, you will not even know if a woman is no longer in love with you.
I think you will know.
No, but men, you can tell. But women, they pretend so bad. Sorry, guys, women out there. I'm not a sexist. I'm just saying the
What do you
reality,
mean
right?
we pretend?
There's two different. The difference between men and women. Women pretend so bad that you can even swear that they're not doing anything. Men, the thing is, yeah, everybody cheats.
No, not all men cheat.
No,
So
what I mean, it's
you
not
just
like
said
I'm not saying
everybody
individually. I
cheats.
mean, men cheat, women cheat. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Not all women cheat, not all men cheat. But let's say
Okay.
the cheaters.
Okay.
When a man cheats, it's easy for you to know that a man is cheating. But a woman can cheat and stay with you for the next 10 years. Trust me, that's when she will pretend that she's more in love to cover up her tracks.
But why do you think that if women cheat, they pretend? Some women can cheat on their husband once and still love their husband. That happens too.
That's no. When you mean once, again, they cheat.
If they cheat,
What I just said, they show you that love to cover that track.
but men do
Again,
that too.
Men, it's yes, men do that, but women, it's very, very secret. Honestly, haven't you heard
I
it say
agree.
that?
I
They say
agree
that
with you that
when
was
you put a
secretive.
woman next to the snake, you rather kill the woman first. People say that. No, I don't kill no
Can
woman,
you
right? I
can
didn't
you
kill a
guys
woman,
hear
but people
that?
say that,
Okay,
right?
I hear
And I
you.
saw this. There was this post that came on my phone one day. There was a tiger and a woman, and the guy said the two most dangerous animals in the world. You understand
Yeah, I
me?
don't agree
But
with
the
you,
thing
though.
is this, right? Coming back, falling out of love. I simply believe that when you fall out of love, there's no need torturing yourself. There's no need hanging on. Life is short. You gotta have fun. You gotta do what you have to do. If you think it's not working out, then move on. The kids are there. The kids are not there. There's absolutely no need. Yeah, people want to be like, let's hang on for the kids, but they will understand eventually. So you just have to do what you have to do.
100%. I mean, I agree with you, but the thing is, it's not just that easy to take yourself out of years of love and relationship. I mean, some people have been married for so long and suddenly they realize, you know what, it's not working. So what do we do? Do we just separate? Look at what we've built. It's not so easy for them to just separate like that, right?
I know
It's the reason why they just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna bother you. Do your thing. Let me do my thing. Like I said before, some people would rather not just divorce themselves because of the cost of divorce, right? These days. But in the case of Africa, it's even worse for women. I mean, here the system works. The system works mostly in favors of women because they know what we go through,
honestly.
right? But in Africa, women suffer so much.
Well, again, it goes both ways. Listen, I like that you brought that up. Here, in this part of the world,
Yeah.
women do terrible things. Hold on. Okay?
Listen.
Women do terrible things that they know they can't dare try in Africa or in Nigeria.
You
They
see
can't even
life?
try. Hold on.
You see what I'm saying?
I know the thing that the system is not treating the men right here. Women do terrible things, and at the end of the day, they kick you out of the house. Okay? But in Africa, or back home in Nigeria, you do your shit, and you're living.
And
It's
you're
totally-
living.
And that's
So-
one thing that is holding them, making them loyal, most of the women, because they know, okay, where am I going to go? That's one thing. Here, they do and they stay.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
are
give
you
an
trying to
example.
are you trying to support the fact that
That
men in Africa, let me tell you, see, you guys just feel like women are not loyal, right? Most of the time. Women are very loyal. I'm gonna tell you one thing, because most women, for a woman to get into a relationship with you, that, you know what, I really like this guy, I want to be with him, it's because they have decided, you know what, let me marry this guy because I love him. I'm talking about 80% of women, aside from people that get married because of money, for whatever reasons that I mean, for love. Most women marry for love. Wait, let me
go ahead. I'm listening.
land. So most women marry for love, right? That is when you will see women enduring so much in marriage, because you will see women praying in church, God, please let my husband change. I know he's cheating. God, please let him change. Let him look at me. Why?
Okay,
Why am I doing that for a man?
hold on.
You will see women going to church because of their men. Oh God, please, oh, let my husband be rich. Please. They are fasting and praying every day for this particular man that will still treat them like trash.
But hold.
And at the end of the day, they come here, right? These men come here, they want to try that same nonsense that they are trying back in Nigeria. You think that is going to be possible?
This is
where the women are now more educated, that no, you cannot be treating them like this.
Hold on.
It's not
That's where
possible.
you're getting it wrong.
I'm not getting it
No,
wrong.
you're twisting it. What I'm saying is this. The things that women know they cannot try back at home because of the consequences.
What consequences?
They are empowered here.
What
in this
consequences? Because
North America.
in Nigeria, most women are not allowed to be themselves.
No, that's not true. That is not
That's
true.
not true.
Right here, when you screw up, you keep the house, keep the kid, and keep the man away. I'm going to give an example. This happened in Madrid, right? Okay. These guys were my neighbor. They're Spanish.
Okay.
They always fight.
All right.
Right? Always fight. This woman would invite her boyfriend to the house.
No, that's
And the man comes to me speaking Spanish. Ya llegado otra vez. You know
That's
what that
not
means?
good.
He's here again. He's
That's
here.
not good.
Okay. Would you do that if that
I
woman was,
wouldn't
hold on,
do
no,
that.
not you, if that woman was a Nigerian?
No.
In Nigerian,
no.
would she do that?
No,
Fine.
it's not even.
Hold on a moment.
It's not even about
Let
being
me-
Nigerian
let me
or
tell
not.
you
This
something.
is about, you're talking about personality
Okay,
in this.
fine. No, we're talking about the differences how women and men are treated here versus back home.
Okay, I'm listening.
Women that they know things that they do here. Again, I'm not against every woman. It's just some scenarios that we've seen,
Things
we've
that they
heard,
do
things
here.
that are going on here, right?
Yeah.
What they know that if I try this here back at home in Nigeria, I'll be thrown out of my house because they know it's their fault. Okay?
Yeah.
They know they are wrong.
Uh-huh.
So the same thing, they'll come here and do it like
Like they
with
have
grace.
the right.
Like they have the right, and then I'm good. What happened? She don't want, get out of my house. And guess
I get
what?
your point,
that
though.
mortgage is being paid by the guy. So what would you say to that? Is that right?
No, I would never support that kind of behavior.
This is exactly what I'm trying to say. So when you are talking about women not allowed to do what they want to do back at home, you know one thing? Most of those women, they need to empower themselves. So
what I'm
that
saying.
if anything happen, even if they move out of the man's house, they can take care of themselves.
I don't know.
Most women stays there, not because of just the kids. Where are they going to go? What would they eat? How would they even live? They can't. You know why? Because from when they were dating till when they get married, they started having kids, 100% of the bills is on the man.
Right. When you see 100% of the bills, is on the man. And whose fault is that? That should be the man's fault. You should know that you will not be able to afford doing that. Then empower your woman, or find a way to make sure she's empowered before you guys get married.
I disagree with that, because
Why
some
not?
women, when they notice that this man is all and all for us, they don't want to do anything. They feel
No.
like this is my God.
No, I don't know which
not all
episode
women.
I told you about that. I once dated a guy and he said he would never allow me work.
That's one in a million.
No, it's not.
No.
You would be surprised.
Okay, fine, but most women in Nigeria, we know how we are. Yes, it's Nigeria. We just want to take care. We pay the bills, we buy the houses, we build the house, we
But
buy
that's
them cars. we
fine.
do
I mean, if you
everything,
can afford
and
it
they
as
just
a
chill.
man.
All they want to do, your closet and food, and that's all. But when we have problem, they start thinking, okay, instead of me going to start from nowhere, I don't know where to start from, where to go, I'd rather just die here. And they're in bondage, in hostile marriage.
Yes, that
So
happens because they don't have anywhere to
Okay,
go.
that's not his fault. If I'm married to you now, I have to tell you, hey babe, you need to go to school. You need to have this. You need to do that. You need to do. You should know that I need to back myself up. Besides, yes, I can advise you. We can talk
Yes,
about
that's
it.
where it comes
But
in.
You
That's
should
where
know that,
marriage comes
No,
in.
I need to back myself up. Because anything can happen in marriage.
Of course.
So-
did you create the avenue for her to back herself up though?
Again, it's not me.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
do they
most-
create
yes,
the avenue?
mo-
No, they don't. You know why I'm saying that? Do you know why
Why?
I'm saying that? Because most men will leave all. The only thing they want to do is go out, bring money, and give the woman. Okay, what have you created an avenue for her to be a better person for herself, aside from being the mother of your kids, aside from staying home and taking care of kids for you, aside from staying home and cleaning? Have you given? Because there is no way, being an African mom, right, you're doing all these things at the same time you want to go back to school. Oh babe, you know what, let me get you a maid, let me create this time for you. Okay, so and so time, you know what, I would like you to go back to school. Do you want me to open a supermarket for you to do something? You know that this girl, when you married her, she had nothing. She was probably very young when you married her, because most African men, they like to marry, all those young girls, young,
Okay.
sexy girls.
Young.
If you marry a young girl, I don't know how you expect her
Okay.
to have the money of her own. How?
Let me tell you something. What do you mean by how do the man expect her? You should be ambitious. You should know what you want. You should be the one bringing that topic to the table.
But it's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing, because at this point you're trying to make it look as
what I'm
if.
trying to tell you is that the man creates the avenue, because taking care of a home is exhausting on its own. Do you know that?
Hold on a moment. Okay, talk about right here.
Yes.
Here in North America, we have wives.
Yes.
Right? Married everywhere and kids everywhere, and everybody's working.
Not everybody's
Hold
working.
on.
Some.
Almost everybody works.
Yes,
right?
almost everybody.
Almost everybody works. So you want to tell me that the men had created those avenues for those women to work? No,
There
because
has
it's
to
the norm.
be some. There has to be some. I, as a woman, even in North America, can't just wake up and say, you know what, because I can't just decide, oh, I want to start doing this without having that discussion with my husband.
Exactly, but what if in the situation whereby they don't even bring up that discussion?
Well, bring it up because you
No.
want a good for your wife.
This is the situation. That's the laziness.
What do you mean?
Because
by
I just want to relax and shine. My husband pays the bill. He buys the food.
No, not
Hold on.
necessarily relax
You
and
know,
shine.
even one thing, at least if the man pays everything, why can't a woman give, okay, fine, let me take care of the food. Every month they're going to bring a list for their husband. No rice, no beans, no this, no that, no this,
Do you
no
know
that,
what
no
that
that.
tells?
Go buy
Do you know
something.
what that tells me about that kind of a man? That you are not doing enough. You have to be able to sit down, assess the situation of your home. How is my wife doing? The wife already sees that. I mean, as a woman, we give up a lot of our, we give up a lot because of our family. You as a man, you have to be able to sit down. Okay, babe, I know you're already sacrificing a lot for this family. All I do is go out, work, how do you want to better yourself? Is that wrong for a man to do?
It is not wrong. But
Okay,
there are
so why are we having this
situations,
argument?
and there are so many situations like that. This, do you know what the girl said? My wife get money. My husband get money. Why?
But that's different.
Okay, this is something we're talking about. My husband get money. Why I go work? I'm telling
Why
you.
would any woman want to say that?
A lot. My husband is rich. Why should I go to work? We have this, we have that. They don't even do nothing.
They don't do nothing in the house, and they don't want to work.
And then when the situation comes that things changes,
then things will go bad for
they
her.
stays right there because they have nowhere to go. They have no savings. They have no backup because all their life they have been depending on this man. They refuse to empower themselves because they are not thinking of the future.
For those type of women, it serves them right. But for the women that would want their husband, most women want their husband just to lead. Lead. Babe, what do we do? Some men, like I told you before, some men don't even like it when their women work. These women will have to plead, babe, please let me work now. What if this happens later? What if that happens? They still say nothing will happen. Don't worry. God got us. I don't want you to stress yourself. Just take care of the house. Men are like that.
Not every man.
Just like some. Yes, just like not every woman would want to just sit down and not do nothing.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The reason why women suffer in marriages and still
Some
right
women.
there.
Some women. Some
still
women.
right there because they have nothing to fall back to.
Absolutely. Oh, it's been a very interesting conversation.
Yes, it is. But they should go work.
At the end of the day, we've come into the conclusion that marriage doesn't.
Love is just not enough.
Love doesn't always work in marriages, right? It's not enough in most marriages, or let's say in all marriages. I feel like what matters most is respect. You see, that commitment that you have with each other right from the start. Friendship. Like if you have that, I feel like if you have friendship with each other, things will go on well most of the time. That party thing, like even if you guys fight, it won't be for long because you guys have been friends for so long, right?
I agree.
Exactly.
Because, to me, I advise
marry your friend.
You be friends before you even fall in love.
Exactly.
So when you are in love, things are much easier for you, and conflict is much easier to resolve.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. We love you.
Well, guys, don't fall out of love, right? So keep loving.
Do not forget.
I'm in love.
We do need sponsors for our show. Okay? We do need sponsors for our show. As long as if you really, really want us to keep airing this, if you really want to keep seeing us on your screen or your screens, we do need sponsors. And what else do we need? Adverts.
And watch out for next episode. Why do Nigerian girls like men to pay their bills when they go to the restaurant?
Are you serious right now?